Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Buffalo Bill, Taffy Laffy, Mike, John, Monica, Jason, hello guys. Yes, today we are doing Wrath of the Lich King, because for whatever reason, the Classic Era servers are down for extended maintenance. Obesia, good morning. Richard, welcome. Yeah, this is what we're doing today. Now figuring out where I left everything off. Let's head over here and we'll just start working on whatever this is. Yeah, TP, I'm kind of bummed too. Yeah, I was really bummed to see the extended maintenance. I don't understand it, you know what I mean? Like, I understand an extended maintenance on a week when we're gonna have a release. I understand extended maintenance when we're patching stuff in. I really don't understand the extended maintenance when it's just a normal week, when nothing is going on. You know, like extending it by an hour is one thing, extending it all the way out to 6 p.m. my time is, it's really heinous, and I don't appreciate it. But yeah, what can we do? We can't do anything, we just play a different version of the game if we're so lucky to be able to do that. It's Wrath Wednesday on a Tuesday. Welcome to Wrath Wednesday, now on a Tuesday, for your viewing pleasure. What am I doing here? I am picking up a diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous. Okay. Good. It looks like we're getting that from some of the elementals that are all dead right now. Oh, they're not elementals. No, that's a troll. Yeah, I think there are supposed to be elementals, and I think we're supposed to be getting the items from them, but I don't see any. Firebone, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Do I remember how to play? Nah, not really. But it's okay, it's Lich King, so I'll start hitting buttons, and I'm sure it'll all come back to me. I did finally get the Nexus quest turned in. I finally went back over to the Borean Tundra. I turned in our Nexus quest. Gave us a little bit of experience, not a ton. Even with the Joyous Journey buff, the levels are getting longer and longer as we approach 80. I see my floating combat text has been disabled. Not a big surprise there. Let's go ahead and get that turned back on. Karen, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Luna, that sounds awesome, and welcome back. Thanks for being here. Daniel, hello. Good morning, good afternoon. I could probably put like a blessing on myself, that would help out. Let's do Blessing of Strength. Yeah, Red Robin, leave it to YouTube to create a subpar viewer experience. Seems like something YouTube would do. They want to make all the ads as annoying as possible so that you buy YouTube Premium. And then pay for it every month for the rest of your life. That's their end game. Should I do a dungeon? That is always the question. Should I queue up for a dungeon? I don't know. I feel like no matter what we do, leveling is going to be slow, so it probably doesn't matter too much. I could be totally wrong about this. It could be me like misremembering because I haven't played retail in a while. But I feel like my Wrath Pally at level 77 kills mobs faster than my endgame level Shaman in Dragonflight. I feel like if I got on my Shaman right now and I went somewhere and I fought an enemy, I feel like I'd kill it more slowly than I'm killing things on Wrath. I feel like the kill rate is much higher here. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's just like a misremembering, but we kill things really, really fast. One of my hopes for the Season of Mastery is that even though we have like all of these new powers, some of them from this very expansion, my hope is that fighting enemies doesn't quite feel as easy. You know, I hope it's not as mindless as this is, because yeah, like, it's fine, the buttons are fun to press, don't get me wrong, but everything melts like super quick. And I just hope that when we have all of our cool abilities in the Season of Discovery that it's not quite like this. You know what I mean? Eric, good morning. Ryan, good morning. Welcome to the stream, guys. I almost played retail today instead of Wrath of Lich King. I almost got on a Night Elf Druid and started that journey. When faced with the extended maintenance, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Yeah, I don't mind this zone. I don't have a lot of big memories of this zone. You know, I don't have a lot of big memories the way I do of like the Borean Tundra or Grizzly Hills. I feel like this zone and Storm Peaks are zones that like I must not have spent a lot of time in them. Or maybe I was just trying to level so fast at that point that I like stopped paying attention. I don't know, because yeah, I don't have a lot of big memories of it. Oh, okay. My group is ready. All roads lead back to retail, Red Robin. I think like post-era Classic leads back to retail. Like Classic era Classic is Classic, but yeah, I think that many other roads lead back to retail, yeah. Sure. I was close. I have the Druid created. It's actually a body type A, which I'm sure would shock a lot of people. So I have him created. He's standing in the Night Elf starting zone. I keep coming back to the idea that I want to go after the Night Elf Heritage Armor, and I want to get all of the new, like, Druid forms. But yeah, I didn't pull the trigger on it. Obviously, here we are. Maybe next time. Maybe next extended maintenance we'll do that. Oh, somebody shared a quest. Somebody is sharing more quests. Very thoughtful of them. I think we're actually in the zone where this dungeon is at, so we might actually be able to complete and easily turn these quests in. We'll see, though. Yeah, maybe we'll go do Storm Peaks when we're 78. Could I get 2 levels in Storm Peaks? If I go there at 78 with the JJ, do we think I can get 2 levels there? I almost went back to Borean Tundra. When I turned in the Nexus quest, I almost decided to quest in the Borean Tundra, and then I just kind of remembered how bad it was. And so we ended up here. Main hand Frozen Scepter of Necromancy. Oh, that's cool. I don't really see how it's a scepter. It looks more like a hammer, but okay. Lael, good afternoon, man. I feel like maybe these people don't know what's going on. Why are we standing here? Nothing going on in my chat tab. Lael, you did Oculus on the Gamma, the plus plus plus. Can we just call it Heroic plus plus plus? Heroic triple plus. Let's just call it Heroic triple plus, please. I don't like the Gamma, Beta, or Alpha stuff. It's bothersome to me. It was really bothersome when we were doing the beta stuff, and like people would literally come into the stream and they'd be like, "What are we beta testing?" We're not. They're beta dungeons. Oh, they're new dungeons? We're testing them? No, they're not new. We're not beta testing them. Yeah, I kind of hate their whole naming convention. Heroic triple plus. Oculus is a horrible dungeon, and nobody should ever do it. No, they should do it once. Everyone should do Oculus one time. And then after you do it that one time, you should never do it again. Because yeah, it's bad. Oh god, what have I done? There we go. Daniel, I think that, like, based on what we saw of Season of Discovery and based on, like, how we heard them talk about it, I don't think you have to have a big fear that it'll be the one and only season. I don't think it'll be like a season of mastery type of situation where we get one season and an entire year passes and we hear nothing. They seem really well engaged with the project. They seem like they've had the reins taken off, maybe given like creative license to do whatever they want. And so, like, I think the season is going to do well. There are going to be problems with the season. There's going to be stuff that people don't like about it, but it's a season. So I think, like, I think it's going to do well. I think there's going to be a lot of hype. I think it's going to get people into the game, and that's what it should do. It should bring people back to the game. It should bring new people into Classic. And I think it's going to do all those things, and like by whatever metric they're going to use to measure its success, I think it is going to be a success. And so I don't think we have to worry about it being like a one and done. I think there will be other seasons. I'm sure that they already have ideas. They probably have a whiteboard somewhere full of ideas for like subsequent seasons. And they're also probably trying to figure out like what is the future of actual Classic Plus. I'm sure all of these things are in the future. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a Season of Mastery type deal. Where it ends and we just don't hear anything about it for a year, you know? I think they're starting to learn that Classic Era is a version of the game that can get new people into the game. Classic Era is a version of the game that can bring old players back to the game, whereas Retail doesn't really do well at those things. Retail does well by making people who like Retail really happy. You know, like content comes out, the people who play Retail are happy. But it hasn't been set up for a long time to really bring new people into the game, and it doesn't really do a good job of bringing people back. But Classic Era can do that, and Classic Era has been doing that, and I think they're going to continue to like leverage that, you know. Yeah, Eric, I feel the same way. It's as excited as I've been about WoW in a long time. Probably since the original release of Classic back in 2019. I don't think I've been more hyped for anything since 2019. Because even when it came to getting like Burning Crusade and stuff, like Wrath of Lich King, we knew those things were coming, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was exciting, it was cool to go back into those eras again. But Season of Discovery is something completely new, so obviously like much more hype. We have a little bit of a tank HP problem here. There's probably a mechanic that people are. I think you can't stand in the poison on the floor. You know, like don't stand in purple stuff is probably what we need to learn. It looks like only one person died. Yeah. Only the one. I think the tank almost died. I don't think that Classic will ever like take over and be like at the forefront. I think like Retail stays at the forefront. You know, unless you want Classic to become something that has like a cash shop and like a WoW token, like I don't think that like Classic ever like surpasses Retail necessarily. But you know, maybe, who knows, you know. I will say though, I hope that the combat in Season of Discovery does not come to feel like combat in Wrath of the Lich King. I don't want it to feel exactly like playing a Wrath class in Classic Era. That's not really what I want from like the season or from the new abilities. So I'm hoping they find a way to make it still feel like Classic Era combat, even though they're giving us a bunch more stuff. Even though they've said they want us to be more powerful, I think that statement's a slippery slope. I think instead of aiming to make all the classes feel more powerful, they should just aim to make the classes feel different. They should aim to make them feel new and unique and interesting. They should really avoid saying things like, we want to just make them more powerful, because like we have that already. If we want to play a more powerful version of our class, we can go play Wrath, we can play Cataclysm when it comes out, we can go play Retail. So I really hope that they keep the combat feeling classic in some way, even while they're giving us all these new abilities and new tools for our classes. That's going to be the real trick. What about Cataclysm Classic? What do I think of it? I'm not like excited for it. Like, it's cool that it's coming out. I will definitely play it. I'll probably do some recorded immersive stuff, and I'll probably play through all the Alliance leveling zones because I didn't see the Alliance stuff back when Cata first came out. I was a Horde side player. So yeah, it'll be okay. Like, I'll do some recordings of it. We'll see the new zones. You know, we'll read all the quests and stuff. We'll do the endgame leveling, which I mostly remember all the endgame leveling. I'm not sure if the endgame stuff, like 80 to 85, is different on the Alliance than on the Horde side. I've only ever done it on the Horde side. But yeah, but I'm not excited about it, you know, it doesn't really, like... It doesn't get me excited. Like, it just doesn't. And maybe when I'm playing it, it'll be fine. I'll be having a good time, I'm sure. But there's not any, like, hype for it for me. Because it's not new. Like, I played a bunch of Cataclysm when it came out. In Cataclysm, I had like a max level of every class besides the Rogue, the Warlock, and the Hunter. The DPS only classes were the classes that I didn't play. My guild always needed tanks and healers, so I had a max level of like every class. I'm not really like interested in doing that again, but I'll definitely check it out. Because I feel like at this point, you know, they've basically committed to just continuing to re-release the expansions. And so, like, what we really have going on, it's not really like classic launches, it's more like a progression server, you know what I mean? Like, they need to maybe start thinking about post-era classic as like a long-term progression server, where they're going to put out all the expansions all the way up, and maybe when we get to Shadowlands Classic, maybe they reset it. And the progression server starts back at vanilla, goes through BC, and maybe they do it once they've dropped them all once, it'll probably be easier to drop them again in sequence. So maybe you make it a progression server, maybe you speed up leveling a little bit with a buff, and maybe you release an expansion every 6 months. And then those people that want to play through the expansion journey, you know, you want to do vanilla into BC, into Wrath, into Cata, maybe those people who want to do that stuff, maybe if it was like more sped up, you know, people who were interested in that journey could have a better time. As opposed to like splitting it out like 2 years at a time and trying to make it like a game release when it's not a game release. It's more like an EQ progression server that's taking a really long time to finish. You know what I mean? Shadow, but they need to stop calling it classic, right? They need to stop calling it classic. It just needs to be framed in a different way. Like, there's a world where they can do that, where they can re-release all the content, they can make minor changes to it to kind of improve, wherever the design kind of went bad the first time around, they can kind of improve on it. You know, they can add things like in Wrath, how we got the heroic ++++ runs. And they can add small things, but I just think that if they thought about it more as a progression server, that would probably be better for the longevity of this type of gameplay. Because I think Classic, once they do seasonal stuff for Classic era, that's going to be the big interest for Classic. Then Classic should focus on the seasons, Classic should focus on Classic Plus, and if they want to keep re-releasing the expansions in sequence, they need to relabel it as something else and kind of give it like a rebranding. It needs to not be called Classic anymore. After like, I don't even think that Cataclysm should have been called Classic, but definitely after Cataclysm comes out, like, we gotta stop calling it Classic, because Classic is gonna refer to the seasons, it's gonna refer to Classic Plus, and it's gonna get too confusing for people who are coming into the game. Whereas if you tell them, like, this is a progression server, you know, every 6 months we go to the next expansion, like, then people kind of understand, like, oh, there's the WoW progression servers, there's retail, and there's Classic. Like, progression servers, retail, Classic. Like, that's 3 things. It's not like Classic era hardcore, Classic era Season of Discovery, Classic era Cataclysm. Like, it's too many things sharing the same name. But they won't do any of this. You know, we'll get, in a couple of years we'll be in Mist of Pandaria Classic. A couple of years after that, we'll have Legion Classic. Maybe the project kind of dies at some point. You know, if they don't turn it into a progression server type of thing, I don't think there will be enough interest in it to like sustain it. Especially if WoW Classic era Seasons and Classic Plus becomes really successful and prominent. This has been one of the more slower moving dungeon groups that I've had in Wrath, where like they don't seem to know. We should jump right. Okay, okay, we should jump right. Let's go jump right, okay? Wee. Yeah, that's kind of what I think. Is I think like somebody said, all roads lead back to retail. I think that if they keep doing the launches like they are for Classic, where they're gonna do Cata and Miss, I think it's like, well, people might just go play retail. You know, because you're getting closer and closer to being back in retail anyway. Why not have everything that retail has added? I'm sure these guys being on the floor is fine. I'm sure it's fine. Not gonna cause any problems. Because like retail has a lot of cool stuff, you know, they have a lot of cool stuff. They got awesome character customization, they've added so much content to the game, like, so once you're in Legion, you know, or even WoD, you have to be thinking to yourself like, why am I doing this? Why am I playing WoD Classic? I could just go play retail. Alex, good afternoon and good evening to you. Welcome to our Wrath Wednesday on a Tuesday. You can thank Blizz for the extended maintenance on the Classic era realms. Is there a reason why there's extended maintenance today on the Classic era realms? Because like I don't understand why there's extended maintenance. Usually, oh god, don't die. we don't want to die. I can't lay on hands. Okay, we laid on hands. That's fine. I don't know what killed our healer, but something killed our healer. I don't know why I can't cast. I guess maybe I'm silenced. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna try to keep the tank alive. I don't have a lot of mana. I'm gonna die myself, so there's that too. I keep getting silenced. I believe we're silenced. Really wasn't looking to do a dungeon run where we died a bunch, to be honest. This was not really what I wanted to be doing today. Oh gosh. At least we're like, I think we're relatively close to the dungeon. Maybe not. We're kind of close. I wish they would give me a flying mount while I'm dead. That'd be really exciting. Is there a way for you to play Burning Crusade? Unfortunately, there's not. No. After the Burning Crusade ended and Wrath came out, they didn't keep a single Burning Crusade server open. And they'll probably do the same thing when the Wrath servers move into the Cataclysm era. They're probably going to do the same thing. There probably won't be any Wrath era servers open. We're just going to go into Cataclysm. Everybody's going to be in the Cataclysm. And then the only way to experience the old zones is going to be playing Classic era Classic. Which in my opinion soon should be the only version of Classic. I mean, I'd love for them just to do Cataclysm and maybe they just leave it at that. Maybe they stop re-releasing the expansions. But from what they said at BlizzCon, like, and from interviews and stuff, it seems like they're just going to keep on keeping on. And they seemed kind of, it was weird, they were just kind of like blasé about it. Like, they're not excited about it either. They were just like, yeah, we'll probably keep releasing them, you know, like Mist of Pandaria and stuff. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, so somebody wants you just to keep releasing them. Okay. Do it faster. Make a progression server, do it faster. Roll it back to vanilla, 6 months later BC, 6 months later Wrath, 6 months later Cata. Just do it like, don't even do, hey, do 3 months. Give people a 200% leveling bonus. Do something crazy, and then just have a progression server where you run through all the expansions. I don't know. I'm just shooting my mouth off at this point. But I honestly don't think there's a lot of excitement in continuing to release the expansions again. Not the way they've been doing it. Not where we get one every 2 years or every year and a half. I don't think that's gonna hold or compel a lot of people. I'd love to know how the sale numbers are doing for their Cataclysm bundle. That's what it all boils down to, you know. Are people buying the bundles enough to make it worth re-releasing the content again? Are people buying enough of the deluxe bundles and the epic bundles to make it worth it? How can you play Classic Era? By having a subscription to World of Warcraft and going into your Battle.net browser, selecting the Classic button, and then in the drop-down you select Classic Era or Wrath of the Lich King. And then you click Install. Depending on your internet, you know, 20 minutes to 6 hours after that, you press play. They're doing patch 1.15 on Classic, probably why the extended maintenance. What is patch 1.15? And is it going to be anything that I could even remotely care about? Are they turning the summoning stones on? Because if they're not doing that, I don't care. %1 upgrade? I'll take it. 1% upgrade? I needs that 1%. Patch 1.15 sounds made up. Did they make it up? I could read the article, Alex. That would require effort. And me stopping what I'm doing completely to do that instead. And then I have to watch an ad on Wowhead. Are we done with this? We are done with this. Okay, perfect. That's a lot of text. It looks like bug fixes, default UI adjustments. Yeah, it seems like maybe nothing I care about. Let's scroll down a little bit. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing here. It's bug fixes, so that's fine. I'm glad they fix bugs. Bugs are bad, and I wish there weren't any. Yeah, it's bug fixes and UI stuff. Enemy cast bars can now be enabled in the default UI. Okay. Well, that was never part of Classic, so that's big changes. Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to see enemy cast bars in Classic, though. That's kind of one of the big differences of Classic between any other version. Is that you don't get to see the cast bars. Like, I get it, people have add-ons, they just use the add-on. Damage over time abilities and other debuffs will now display the remaining duration. Also something that was not a part of Classic that was like, you know... Yeah, in Classic you don't get to see the number of how many seconds your corruption has left on it. Yeah, those are big, like, quality of life stuff. That's cool. I mean... You'll get to see the heal, you know, you'll know it's a heal. I'm glad it takes them, you know, the entire day to implement two changes and some bug fixes. That's a long time. I don't think it warrants an extended maintenance. And extended maintenance is for when they're like putting a new version of the game live. Extended maintenance is what's going to happen on Tuesday and Thursday, the week of Season of Discovery. But that's fine. So yeah, cool, good stuff. Still wish I can play some hardcore today, but okay. We get to see cast bars now. Scourge enclosure blown up. Alright. It's too many bugs for a 3-people team. Yeah. Well, there was 4 people, so... I think they had 4 people. I mean, here's the thing, like, if it takes them all day to fix a few bugs and to change a few things, you can expect that, like, when Season of Discovery comes out, just basically expect to not be able to play it for the first few days. Because if they can't do that more, like, expediently, there's no way they're gonna do a major launch with all these changes and not have it be completely broken. So that's kind of worrisome. I would say, like, you know, Thursday when it launches, servers are going to be down all day. They're probably going to come up around 6 or 7 p.m. my time. If they stay up, you'll probably have an extended maintenance on Friday as well. Tuesday of the next week, you'll have an extended maintenance as well. Like, I anticipate that, you know, if this is how they do it, then the servers are going to be down a lot when Season of Discovery comes out. I don't know what this is. Let's go, dude. Okay, we're in a guy now. Perfect. I can't roll my camera out any more than this, so that's really unfortunate. I can't roll out any more than this. And also, like let me say this now, maybe it's too late for some of you. Don't take the 30th off of work. Don't take the 30th off of work. Don't take the 30th off of work. Do not take the 30th off of work. Okay? Go to your job. Work. No, you know what? Don't take any time off for season discovery. Servers are going to be down anyway. Don't take any time off. Just play it when you can. That's my advice. You're going to be capped at level 25 anyway. Don't take any time off work. Save your off time. Save your time off of work for something else. Like actual illness or stuff, you know? Yeah, but definitely don't take the 30th off. You're not going to get to play. Servers are going to be down, like today, servers are going to be down until about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, like, go to your job. And do that. And then don't worry about it. You play when you can. I wish I knew, like, I could have read the quest maybe and, like, found out what I was supposed to be doing with this guy. He wants us to kill 100 Scourge. What I would like to do is to be able to do that in an area that's much more condensed. They're like ankle biters. I can't even see them because my camera doesn't wheel out any more than this, so. Oh, that's useful. Now instead of killing them, I've just pushed them all away from me. That's really what I wanted. Hey, Alex, you don't get any days off? So you can't do that. It sounds like you do work for Blizzard. You can't even take days off. Sounds like you do work for Blizzard. Now I'm convinced. Oh, they're attacking me. This is good. This works for me. Not really sure if we're gonna die, but we could. I'll keep pounding the one key and we'll see what happens. I'm not getting any kills for these guys, so that's. Oh wait, maybe Questie's just not tracking it properly. I think Questie's broken. Scourge slain 100 out of 100. Okay. I don't believe you, but let's see. Jason, that's a good point. It's like why we should have the day after Halloween off work too, you know, like they gave the kids a half day for Halloween this year at my kids' school. And it's like, that's cool, a half day is cool. You know what? Give me the next day off too. These kids are gonna be up late, they're gonna be eating lots of candy. Like, and the teachers don't want to deal with these kids the next day. Teachers don't want to deal with kids the day after Halloween. You know, they go out, they stay out late, they gotta get up at the ass crack of dawn. You know, they're hungover from all the sugar, they're cranky AF, they still want more sugar. Like, give the kids the day off after Halloween. And make it a late start even, who knows. I really hate this quest, and I'd like to not be doing it. I'd like to not be inside the dude's body. I think I just need to move on into something else. Like a dungeon, I guess. Jason, when you're president, you'll make it happen? Good. Somebody has to take care of this stuff. Basically, we just need more. We just need more days off. That's like the biggest thing. Yeah, I don't want to do his quest. That makes me a horrible WoW player. Like, I'm just gonna skip it. I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to do it. What is this? Prince Navarius. Let's go try to fight Prince Navarius. That sounds like something I can do with my character. It took you 2 to 3 times to complete that one, Alex. So what I'm gonna do instead of wasting that much time is I'm just not gonna do it at all. And I'm gonna be like 100% happier probably than I would be by doing it 2 or 3 times. If I did that quest 2 or 3 times, I would just log out and go play retail. That does not appeal to me. Okay, so here we are. We have a green symbol on the ground, but we don't have a dude. What do you do when your green circle is missing a dude? I don't know. We have a quest. We have quests to turn in. Let's go turn these quests in. That could be fun and exciting. I'm sure I'll be able to find the quest givers really, really easily. Zuldrak's the worst. Some people like Zuldrak. I don't have a lot of big memories of the zone. But yeah, I think we need to head over to the Argent Stand maybe and pick up some quest over there. I have stuff back here I could do as well. I don't know... oh, this is part of... I'm gonna just drop this quest. I don't want this quest. I don't ever want to look at it again. Okay, good. Perfect. I still have stuff to do here. I don't even really want to go back up here. I was up here before, I did a couple quests there, and then we left. Maybe I don't want to be in Zuldrak. I don't know. Yeah, it was part of the big guy quest. Part of it was. Alright, okay, so... Yep, so no quest giver. Not really a big surprise. Let's have a little look around. And we'll see if we can find him. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this place at all. It doesn't seem like there's going to be a way to get back here. But who knows? David, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. We get Wrath Wednesday on a Tuesday today. Will I ever find these quest givers? I give it like a 60% chance. Okay. Alright. Great. So, yep. Perfect. Maybe up here. No? Not up here. Okay. Good. Nice. I love it. Let's continuing on. Let's head over to the Argent Stand, and maybe there will be quests that I want to do. Maybe they will be simple, like World of Warcraft style quests where I go fight things, loot things, or, and hear me out, we could even click things on the ground. I'm even willing to go so far as clicking things on the ground. So maybe we'll get really lucky, and we'll get to do that stuff. Yeah, it was almost Retail Tuesday. It was very nearly Retail Tuesday, and it still might be. I was contemplating starting up a Night Elf Druid, because eventually I want to get the Night Elf Heritage armor, and I want to get some of the Druid forms. And I made a body type A Night Elf just to throw people off, but what I realize is if I'm going after the Heritage armor, I'm going to want to wear it on the body type B. So I'm probably going to have to remake my tune anyway. And then on the Druid, you're never going to see the armor. Yeah, well, problems for another time, I guess. Parachutes for the Argent Crusade. Okay. Yeah, it was close. I created the character and I logged him in, so he's standing in Teldrassil. But now I realize that I probably should have done body type B, but then I also realized that it ultimately doesn't matter, because even if I get the Night Elf Heritage armor, I'm a druid and I'm never going to see it anyway. So yeah. Yeah, I wanted to do like a caster druid to see if how that feels. So parachutes and scourge destroyed. Okay, I can probably figure these out. Shame the way your gamma runs were yesterday. You'd rather be playing retail. I mean, like it'd probably be a very similar experience, you know. If you were doing 5-man stuff, whether you were doing the 5-man stuff in Wrath, doing the gammas, or in retail doing like Mythic, it's gonna feel the same, because it's the same kind of mentality. It's the same kind of players, the same kind of player mentality. So like, yeah, you're in like, yeah, so why not just be in retail? Why not just be in retail where you can collect all the cool stuff? You know, you got your collections, your mounts, your pets, your transmog. Yeah, I get it. I feel you. They're fine, but are they fun? I never really had fun with them. They were interesting because they were harder to heal, but that was about it. I didn't get the flight point. Yeah, not a big surprise. I found out today that I didn't have the flight point in the Borean Tundra place. Warsong Hold? Warsong, I didn't even have the flight point here, I never grabbed it. And then I never grabbed the flight point over in Koldara either. You know, I've just not grabbed that. You know why? You know why I didn't grab the flight point? Because I can fly. So I've been neglecting flight points under the premise that like I can fly, so I don't even think about it. I should be finding people to give parachutes to. Can I give you a parachute? Oh, Questie has blocked in action. Oh, okay. Okay. Great. Great, great, great. Parachute. Here we go. There I can parachute guys who are on the ground. Like, why am I parachuting him anyway? He's already standing on the ground, isn't he? Let's see, the mistake you made, Shane, is you tried to talk to people in a 5-man. Yeah. You tried to be a reasonable person, and you tried to communicate and convey some sort of meaning to somebody in a 5-man pug. That was where you went wrong, my friend. It's always tempting to try to, like, illuminate people and to help them along their way. But a lot of times what you get in that kind of content is not a positive reaction. Like, best case scenario, they don't listen to you at all. Worst case scenario, they go on a rampage, you know? They go on a rampage, they probably like storm off from their computer, they probably kick an animal on the way, you know? That's worst case scenario. Be sad, dog. You finally got your item score high enough to run heroics last night. Ouch, man. Like heroic plus or just like heroics? And if just is anybody running normal heroics anymore? Plain heroics. Good luck, brother. That's gonna be a long journey. And I think part of the problem is that maybe somebody knows, because I haven't been on this journey yet, so I don't know. The gear that you get from regular heroics, is it good enough to wear into heroic plus, single plus, alpha rune dungeons? Can you get gear in normal heroics and then take that into heroic single plus? Or do you have to get some raid gear? Because I had raid gear before I started doing the heroic plus is. And I definitely didn't do it in heroic gear. So I don't know if there's a real progression there for like a solo player or not. You can. Okay, that's good. And then the other worry that I always have is like, are people even doing those dungeons? Like, what's the wait time to get into a normal heroic? What's the wait time to get into like a regular like alpha rune dungeon? Like, is anybody doing the pluses? It's almost like too many different difficulty modes, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people get really spread out and then you just don't have a lot of people doing one or the other. You got geared up for maybe they scaled back some of the difficulty or some of the requirements for the earlier Titan rune dungeons. That'd be a smart thing to do after like the newest one is out, to kind of scale back the bar of entry for the older stuff, so that more people can do it and get geared up that way. Well, that's cool. I'm glad that the path is there, as long as like it's active and people are actually running that stuff. I could keep killing, you know, these guys all day. Unfortunately, this is Wrath, not Classic, so like the kill experience is probably not worth grinding on them. And maybe I need to move on. What am I looking for though? I need to equip more of these guys with parachutes for no reason at all. There we go. Are they getting lifted and then dropped? Is that why they need parachutes? They're like somebody's coming and picking them up. I don't want to fight you. There we go. It's about a 10-minute queue time for like a DPS. That's pretty typical. That's not too bad. Like a 10 to 12 minute wait time is an okay wait time for a DPS. Oh, is this the same one we just did? I feel like we just did this one. Maybe not. Don't stand in the black rings. Hardcore servers are down, but Classic Era is up. Well, damn. Why can't they just bring the hardcore servers back up too? Yeah, I wish they'd bring the hardcore servers back up. That'd be really swell of them. Now I'm the problem. Now I'm standing in the black. It's not good. Not a good look. TP, you're good, man. Ultimately, like, I'm gonna do what I want, and if the hardcore servers were to come back up this minute, like what I would want to do would probably be to play hardcore. Like playing Wrath right now it's fine. Like it's a way I can hang out with you guys and we can chat, you know, about things, and we could just chill. Like that's why I'm here. I'm playing Wrath just to chill with you guys. I could have played retail as easily, because like it's not really what my goal is for the day. Like, you know, obviously my goal was to focus on my hunter. So I'm here just hanging out. Like, ultimately, I'd rather be doing hardcore. I think everybody knows that. I haven't made a big secret about it. I get that, like, watching somebody play a version of the game when they're not hyped to be doing that, you know, that could suck for some people, but, you know. I'd rather be here hanging out with you guys than not. And that was those were my options. Like, I recorded, before the servers went down, I recorded on our Undead Mage. I did a recording on the Forsaken Mage for hardcore. Before the servers went down. And then I had a choice. It was either like I don't stream today and I just put the video up, or I play Wrath of the Lich King. And I almost played retail as well, but just as something to do. Layla, you guys should do that as soon as you can. Like, here's the thing about people in the guild, like, don't wait for me to do stuff. As soon as you guys have the people and the gear to start raiding, I want you guys to do it. The guild is for you guys. The guild is like to bring like-minded people together, like to bring you guys together in a place where you don't have to worry about being judged for gear score, you know, and all that other elitist nonsense. Like, that's the point of the guild. And like, I love to do that stuff too when I can, you know, when I'm feeling it, when we get there. But you guys should definitely do that stuff right away. Don't wait for me. Even if you have to like recruit some people to fill spots, like, get in there and start going. I will like talk a little bit about like when you guys start doing that stuff, and you don't have to do this, because like if I'm not there, then you guys can use whatever loot rules you want, okay, besides DBKP. If I'm not there, you can do whatever you want. But I'd like to chat a little bit about like the loot rules I would like to use and like what we used to do in my old guild. And I will talk about that as soon as YouTube stops having whatever issue it's having. We might be having a little bit of lag. I lost some frames, so I'll let that balance out before I start talking about this.
The chill you feel is the herald of your doom.
bitrate is solid. Everything looks good now. Let me know, guys, if we're having lag or if we seem good. It's better now? Okay. We did have a little hiccup though, didn't we? Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So, let me turn the music down just a tad here. There we go. What I would like to see for loot rules, and if I were in the run, we would be doing it this way. So what my guild used to do, and I'll just give you like an example. It was obviously need before greed. You're rolling on main spec first always. So main spec rolls first. Let's say that me and Lael both are hunters, and we both roll on a bow. Neither of us has gotten any loot that night. A bow drops. We both need it. It's an upgrade for both of us, so we both roll on it. Lael wins the roll. Okay. Great. We move on. We kill some more bosses. Eventually, a chain chest drops. Tier drops for the hunter. It's an upgrade for me and Lael. We both roll on it. He wins the roll, but since he got a piece of gear that night, next up gets the piece. Usually you just wouldn't roll at all. Like if you put your roll out there, but knowingly if someone who does not have gear that night loses to your roll, then the gear goes to them. Does that make sense? And now that we're both 1-1, and now that I have a piece of gear and Lael has a piece of gear, the next time an item drops that we both need, it's even. Whoever wins the roll wins the gear. And then you just kind of keep track of how much gear we've given out, like into whom. And what it does is it spreads the gear among the raid. And it stops people from being able to like either, you know, people like have point systems where they save up points by showing up to raids. Systems like that, you know, somebody could get all the loot and another person that came in gets nothing. You know what I mean? And what this system does is it ensures that loot is spread amongst the raid team. And, you know, helping the raid team is going to help progression. So that's the loot rules that I would go with. Because, yeah, it is exactly fair. It's fair, and it tries to make sure that everyone has a chance at loot. And that we're not just throwing loot at one person who has a lot of points stored up or whatever, you know? But yeah, someone would have to keep track of who's gotten gear that night, so... And it's really simple, you know, it's not complicated. There's not a spreadsheet with all of people's points that they've accumulated stored up. We don't have to do anything like that. If you're in the run that day, you get a piece of gear. Well, the next time you roll, if you roll against somebody who doesn't have gear yet, that piece is going to them. You know, now you're both at 1-1. Now next time you both roll, you're on even keel with each other. Yeah, and I would like it just to be, you know, super simple, basically. Super simple, and it ensures that everyone gets gear. And the only tracking that's required for it is just to track who's gotten gear that night. You know, everyone's name's in a OneNote. You put a little mark next to somebody when they get a piece of gear. That way you can just, like, double check next time. Like, you look at the people rolling on it. Well, 3 people roll on it. 2 of them have already gotten gear that night. So it goes to the person who doesn't get the gear, you know? And then people can always pass. Like, you know, you're able to pass to somebody. That would happen a lot in my guild. Somebody, you know, three people would roll on it. I haven't won anything that night, so it would go to me. But maybe I decide I'd rather just pass it to somebody else. You know, maybe I decide that I don't really need it. It's not that much of an upgrade. I saw Lael rolled on it too, and I just want to pass it to him. You know, that I can do that too. So even when somebody wins, they do have the option to pass it to somebody else who rolled and either didn't win the roll, or maybe they'd already had a piece of gear that night. Hold the phone. You want us to be decent people? Yeah. In fact, it's the only thing that I demand. And I'm always willing to, like, listen to feedback about stuff like that, but honestly, it's the most fair loot system that I can think of. And my guild used it for like 10 years. and no one ever had a problem with it. And when we brought people into the guild, they really liked the loot system, because they realized that it meant that even though they were new to the guild and they didn't have a lot of points stored up, that they were going to be able to come into a run and they were going to have a chance to get gear. So it is absolutely probably like one of the fairest systems that I can conceive of. Will dungeon runs work like that too? I mean, if there are rewards from the dungeon that people want, yes. all things should be handled that way. Yes. If two people want a piece, you know, you roll on it. If you win the roll, you get the piece. Now you have a piece of gear. Next time an item comes up, if you want it, you can roll on it. But if somebody else rolls on it, they haven't gotten a piece that night, it's going to go to them. Unless they want to pass it to you. You know, they can say, you know what, you take it, it's fine. But now you got 2 pieces of gear. So, you know. Yeah, and that's how I want to do it. We are on the Mankrik server. Yeah, we're on Horde side Mankrik. Part of me just like wants to stay dead and let them res me. You know what I mean? Like, but I'll release. I don't really know what happened to us, but I've obviously not really been paying attention to anything combat related. I don't think we died because of me. That's all I care about. So yeah, if you guys are doing runs, if you guys are doing guild runs, you know, obviously like it's a guild run if it has the majority of people are in the guild. I would like for you to try doing the loot that way, rather than concocting like a point-based system where people accumulate like socialist credits for showing up on a night, you know, and everyone has to save their points, and then you have people hoarding points until the next, like, people will hoard points until the next raid opens up, and then they'll go in and they'll have a night where they buy every single fucking piece that drops, and everyone else there doesn't get anything. If you're a chainmail wearer, you're just out of it because the hunter saved up all of his points. Like, I don't like stuff like that. That's not fun for anybody. It's fun for the guy with all the points that one time, but it makes a really negative experience for everybody else when things are handled like that. Everyone should be able to go into a run expecting they have a decent shot to get a piece of gear that they want, without having to worry about like how many points they have or whatever. And that way, if you guys start using that system now, you'll be acquainted with it, and then when I do start raiding, you know, that's the system that I'm going to use. So it makes sense. I probably should have like discussed it, or I probably should have like typed it up in Discord, and maybe I still will. Maybe I will type up the rules and post them in the Wrath Discord, and maybe I can get them pinned there so people can see it. Yeah, I think I will type something up. You know, I'm not a good guild leader, and I talked about this when we got a guild together, that I wasn't going to be able to be like a good guild leader in the sense that people are in World of Warcraft. Same thing with the Discord. You know, I said, you know, I'm not really a Discord person. I'm bad at Discord, so like we have these things, and I'm bad at some of them, and I apologize for that. But I've always been really transparent about the things that I'm bad about. And being a guild leader is not something that I'm qualified for. And I've always said this. I said it all the way back in Season of Mastery when we tried to put a guild together back in Season of Mastery. But I will try to type up something to pin to the chat, to the Discord, just so people know. So like if they're not here in the stream today, it's not like, you know, you're saying I made up these rules and that they have no proof that I made up these rules. I will try to type these rules out as coherently as I can. It's not very hard. You know, and then like obviously like if nobody needs it for main spec, then you go to off spec, and off spec is tracked differently. So main spec and off spec roles are tracked differently. If someone takes something for off spec, that doesn't count towards a main spec role. I guess, see, like little things like that I need to write out. Like if no one needs a trinket, and it's a healing trinket, and I take it for my healing spec, no one wanted it. That's an off spec role, you know. And those are comparable too. You then also, so I guess you have 2 rows basically, like everybody's name. You have main spec roles, off spec roles. You put a check when somebody wins a piece. You put a little marker in their column, and that's probably the best way to keep track of it. And then in the Discord, more people can like share their thoughts. And like I'm up for ideas, but I'm not going to use different rules. I'm fine to listen to people, and if I miss anything in the rules, if there's something I haven't thought of, like a situation that I haven't accounted for, then I'd like to hear that too. But I feel like I've basically accounted for everything, and I'll try to type it up in a way that makes sense. Yeah, Bella, I don't have a lot of interest in Wrath right now. That's absolutely true, and I'm very open about that fact. I'm here hanging out today because the hardcore servers are down, so I can't play my hunter. But I still wanted to hang out with you guys, so it was either this or retail, and it was a 50-50 shot. Yeah, right now, you know, I'd love to get this character to level. I'd love for the people in the guild to start raiding. We were talking about the loot rules that I'd like to use, and eventually, you know, I want to do that stuff. But when it comes to Wrath, like I try to play like when I actually have the heart. Otherwise, if I'm like forcing myself to do it, then that's not good either. I've just been really into hardcore. When I started playing the hunter, it kind of reinvigorated my love of hardcore. I think I was kind of getting bored of the paladin's rotation or the buttons, or something about it was kind of like tedious. I got on the hunter and I haven't looked back. Like, it's taken up all of my time, and I've been happy to let it take up my time. But this character will be 80 eventually, you know. We're gonna hit 78 today for sure. Yeah, I try to play what's the most fun. Like I want to play the thing that, like, when I'm not playing, I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the ideal thing for me, is like I play the version of the game, or the game that I'm thinking about when I'm not playing it, when I'm not at the keyboard. And that's what I'm always going to find the most fun. Is like the thing that's occupying my thoughts, the thing that I just can't put down. Like, that's always going to be the thing that I want to play. I think maybe we're supposed to not stand in the poison. Yeah, Blood Moon, and we'll track it out. We'll have a sheet or a OneNote. We'll track it, because sometimes you forget if you got a piece or not. You know, sometimes by the end of the run, you'll roll on something. Sometimes you'll forget that you got a piece earlier that night. But we'll keep a track of it. So. Yeah, Nicole, the hardcore servers are still down. I guess the classic era servers are up, but not hardcore. It's an all-day maintenance, because they had to fix 12 bugs, and, you know, they don't have a lot of labor. It takes them a long time, so they had to shut them down all day. Who knows what's going to happen the week they have to put Season of Discovery in the game. The servers might be down for 15 hours, you know. They might need 15 hours just to get the season to go live. We might be playing it on December 1st and not on the 30th. We'll see. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. I will. Yeah, I almost got onto retail. I almost started my retail Night Elf Druid. It was a crapshoot. Like, it could have gone either way. Because I just wanted to hang out with you guys and chat. So I could have played either, but I just ended up here. I know some people really want to see the Paladin and want to see it get to max level, so I figured I would try to, if it was an either or for me, I figured I would try to spend my time where most people wanted to see me. I don't know if anybody wants to see me in retail. But I almost did it anyway. You guys should raid together. That's kind of the point of the guild. Like, When I put the guild together, it was with the idea that even if I'm not able to participate at endgame right away or at any point, that you guys, like, being like-minded would be brought together in the guild. I wanted to create a place where people who didn't want to have to worry about gear score, where people who didn't have to want to worry about Warcraft logs, or like what color their parse is, or what a parse even is. I wanted to bring those people together in the guild, regardless of whether I was going to get to raid or not. That was my ultimate objective. That's my ultimate objective for any guild I make in this game, is exactly that. Because I've been always very open about the fact that I'm not a good guild leader. Like, a good guild leader is on the game every single day. A good guild leader is talking in guild chat. Like, I am not a good guild leader. I never have been. But I was hoping it could be a place where, like, you guys could be together and you guys could raid. Because I am not a good guild leader, and I'm not a raid leader either. Like, I was never the guy calling the shots in the raid. That was not my role. I was a healer, and I just healed and hung out and had a good time. And so I've never been, I've never hidden the fact that I'm bad at those things. But I would hope that, like, you guys would be able to raid together. And then if I'm so lucky, I can get this character up and I get to do that with you guys. And from what I hear, a lot of people are getting to max level, and they're getting geared, and they're getting ready to start doing that content. And if you guys get a solid group together, I think you should do all the raids. Like, don't try to go right into ICC. Just take an afternoon or evening or a Saturday morning and go do Nax. You know, do Ulduar. Yeah, I mean, ultimately people will choose what they want to do, but it seems like there is a core group of people who are pretty dedicated to playing Wrath in the guild, and who are going to do that stuff no matter what with the guild. And it doesn't have to hinge on me. But it does seem like there is that core group of people who are going to be doing that. And I said, even if they have to recruit from outside of the community, that's fine, as long as, like, the recruiting is, they're going to be held to the same standards as everybody else as far as being a decent human being. Everything has its season for me. Like, yeah, right now I'm playing hardcore. At the end of the month we'll be playing Season of Discovery. You know, and who knows what will happen after that. This character is going to hit 80. And if you guys are already clearing raids by then, that's awesome. Yeah, feel free to recruit. Exactly. Absolutely. Like, most of you guys know my expectations for human beings. Like, at this point, most of the people in the guild, like, you've been around the channel for a bit, like, you know, like, the kind of human being that I'm looking for. I'll put the loot rules into Discord, so, like, people will be able to see the loot rules. And then you're good to go. You know, if you have to pug, try to pug people who are not gilded. Try to pug people who are not gilded. And then if they do well and they're a decent person and they kind of resonate with you guys, recruit that person. Ask them if they would like to be in the guild. Blessings upon you. Like, pug people that are not gilded and then offer them a place to be. Like, I think once anybody sees how fair the loot rules are and, like, how chill you guys are about things, of course they'd want to be in the guild, you know?
Good health, long life. Need help? Life bless you. What can I do for you or the Alliance? King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend.
Yeah, TBH, this is Wrath we're talking about. We have a hardcore guild as well, but right now we're talking about the Wrath guild on Man Creek. Bella, next time you're on, you get promoted. It's easy. I'll promote you right now. Sign in, I'll promote you right now. Wait, guys, can I promote people? I don't even know if I can promote. Okay, what am I doing besides running in circles? Not a lot to be fair. Let's go turn this one in, I guess. That's a good place to start off. Yeah, the thing that happened to me, which was a good thing, is like we started playing Wrath before I got burned out of hardcore. And I talked about it then, how I felt like Wrath was a good palate cleanser, like when we were really playing the Paladin every day. Because I was close to burning out on hardcore, and I didn't let it happen. And so that's why, like, eventually, like, when I found the Hunter in hardcore, that really, like, pulled me back in, like, all the way. As soon as I found, like, how fun the Hunter was, and I had not burned myself out of hardcore like a lot of people did, it was easy just to get sucked right back into hardcore. And it wasn't with, like, the malicious intention to never level the Paladin again. It was just about, wow, I'm having so much fun on this class very unexpectedly, after I was feeling like I was burning out of hardcore, you know, to be able to come back and feel, like, reinvigorated with it. On a class that I was suddenly enjoying for the first time. It's just really been, like, commanding all of my attention. And the other thing is, like, full disclosure, leveling in Wrath of the Lich King is really boring to me. Like, I want to do content with you guys. I want to do raids. Leveling in this game is really boring to me, and I had to acknowledge that recently. It's just boring. And had the level boost that is out today existed when I went back to play Wrath originally, I would have paid for that boost and I would have boosted a character up. Because leveling in this version of the game now is boring to me. When it's not new content, when it's not like we're reading the quest, we're seeing the lore, we're watching the stories and the zones unfold. When that's not what it is, when it's just let's level to level to level, it's boring, you know? And that's what we're doing. We're leveling to level right now, and it's just like hard to get excited for when I have this other version of the game that's really commanding my attention, my imagination.
May your blades never dull.
Oh, I know you didn't. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, because some people think, you know, there's that, oh, this dude never finishes a character. He starts something, he never finishes it. Yeah, because I play what I want, and sometimes in WoW that does mean characters don't have an end date, don't have a completion. Sometimes it means they don't hit max level. And so I understand people feel that way. But this was just, you know, unexpectedly finding the Hunter in hardcore at the same time as realizing that this process that I'm doing right now, where I'm just trying to get my character to level, it's not exciting for me. And the problem with that is that because it's not exciting for me, sometimes it creates really lame content. And then that content suffers, and then the community suffers. And we don't find as many new people. And that's like the other downside of it. I should probably find time in my spare time to level this character or boost it. if I had $60, I would just probably boost it. Maybe not this one, but I'd probably boost a shaman. You know. Because what I really want to do is be at endgame. When I get on this character, like I want it to be to do heroic plus runs with you guys or to do a raid. But that's like, it's the getting there that really like got tedious to me. And nobody wants to watch a dude play a game while he talks about how tedious it is. I know. That's kind of why I've been not streaming this character. But I think like most WoW players get it. You know, if you're a WoW player, you understand that feeling of like, okay, I want to be at endgame. Like, if you've ever played WoW, then you get it. And that's where I'm at with this character. It's like, okay, if I'm going to be in this version of the game, I want it to be an endgame because that's a part of the game that doesn't exist in Classic era. Like, it's a part of the game that I don't get to do. So I guess maybe I should just be spending like personal time just to quickly get this character leveled up. That'd be the responsible thing to do. Poppycool, we are on the Mancrick server, which is a US East Horde server. We are level... Oh, we're level 78, Marson. Yeah, we must have just leveled. I didn't even notice it. We're level 78 now. 1 level away from a paid character boost. I mean, 2 levels away from max level. I have to talk to these guys.
You need something?
Soldier, you have new orders. I should be talking to all these guys. Retail leveling is fun because you can choose where you want to go. Yeah, sure. That is a good thing about retail. You're absolutely right.
See you around.
One of the good things about retail is that it lets you level up wherever you want. Now the downside of that is that you don't often see other players. But you know, who cares? You'll see them at endgame. Who cares?
What do you need? Strength and honor.
If you want to see players in the world, you go play Classic Era. It's easy. Looks are you loved Lich King and you enjoyed the story, but the replayability wasn't there. Yeah, you know, it's like, because you're leveling through the same zones. You know, like in Classic, you can take a different path, you know. In Classic, you don't have to go there right away. You can go somewhere else. You can level up in zones that you don't level up in often. So there's like options, you know. There's options. But once you get into the expansion content, like once you get into Outland and you get into Northrend, like you're going to be doing things like kind of by the book. In Outland, you have like, by the time Lich King is out, like Outland, you can do it at your leisure, you know. But yeah, it's like, it's the same content. It's not as engaging as like Classic Era, and I think part of what happens when you're a hardcore player, like leveling loses something when you're not playing on hardcore. I'm kind of worried about it in the Season of Discovery. I don't think it will be as bad because I think we'll be excited for all the new stuff in Classic, having Classic Plus. But yeah, when you go from like having to worry about every single thing to a mode of the gameplay where nothing you do matters, it's, you know, it's not the greatest feeling. That's kind of the other thing about leveling in Lich King. It's like, it's really relaxing, you know what I mean? It's cathartic, but it's not as engaging, obviously.
Greetings. Can I help you? Have a good one. Greetings. For the Alliance. Hey there. Be careful.
How may I help?
The good thing is, like, once I am raiding on this character, we can have like our raid days or raid nights, and then we know when we're going to be playing Wrath, you know. It's just about getting there, because I do plan to raid log. This character, we'll probably have a day a week where we do like some Heroic plus if they're fun. If the Heroic plus are not fun for us, if they're just a way to get gear, then that's fine. Because I don't want to do it if it's not fun. I know the raids will be fun, because raiding is fun. I'm not sure if the Heroic pluses are fun. If you guys have been doing them as guild runs, maybe you guys already know if they're fun or not. I don't know. I've only ever pugged them, and they were not fun as a healer pugging them. They were just like a means to an end. And if we're raiding, then I don't really need that means to an end. You know? I'd like to talk to this guy. I guess if I killed his enemy, I can talk to him.
I am honored. Goddess, watch over you.
You need something? For the Alliance.
Do you guys have a good time when there are guild runs? Yeah, I hated pugging it. And like healing it especially, because I felt like all the mechanics just made it a lot harder for the healer. Which in a guild run is okay. But like when it's a pug, it really sucked. Because I did a bunch of the Heroic pluses on my human pally. And like I appreciated the difficulty of it. That was cool that they were harder, but at the same time, being a healer in a pug is basically awful. And you get blamed for everything. I think I got kicked out of multiple groups. Not a lot, but like at least 2 different groups kicked me. Because the tank thought everything was my fault. So maybe it was. I don't know.
Great to meet you. Well met.
Somehow this is a 5% upgrade. Oh, I'm wearing leather. Okay, I'll take it.
Be good.
Greetings.
What do I think about classic Cataclysm? Will I play it? I will undoubtedly play it. Like, I don't have any hype for it right now because all my hype is going into Season of Discovery.
Fight well, friend.
So I don't have a lot of like thoughts about it. It's exactly what we expected. You know, they're making leveling faster. That's great for people who want to level really quick. I hope maybe they'll just sell a boost so people can just boost their characters. Oh, they have the 80 boost, I guess. You know, maybe they'll just sell an 85 boost if they're gonna make leveling faster. Yeah, I'll play it though. You know, I don't know like how much of it we'll play, but I'll check out some of the leveling zones. I want to do the Worgen starting area and the Goblin starting area. I want to check out the new Troll starting area. Obviously on a Troll Druid, so we can check out the Troll Druid forms. Yeah, I mean I'll see it again. And then if we're having fun raiding, if we're raiding in Wrath and we're still having fun doing that, then yeah, we can do raiding. And then at that point, like the Cataclysm content would probably focus on raiding. That's what I hope for the Wrath content soon too. Is like that any Wrath content that we do on stream is gonna focus on raiding and like doing heroic plus. And then like we can kind of like move past like the leveling, and like, you know, leveling can be for Classic era because we'll always be leveling something in Classic era. And then Wrath or Cataclysm can be just our endgame stuff, our endgame fix.
Hello, man. Be seeing ya. See ya later.
Let's see here. Wants us to acquire 3 precious elemental fluids.
Be seeing
Fair
ya.
enough.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, Sixes. There's gonna be a guild in SOD. Yep, absolutely. We're gonna do all the endgame stuff. We're gonna raid BFD. We're gonna do a bunch of the Ashen Veil. We're gonna PvP also, by the way. So, you know, dust off your PvP hat, because we are gonna do some PvP. We're gonna get our Ashen Veil mounts. It's gonna be a good time.
Can I help
And we're going Alliance.
you? Be careful. Have a
So,
good
you
one.
know, keep that in mind. If you want to be in the guild in SOD, we're going to be going Alliance. Now, I don't know if we'll be playing on a PvP server, but we will be doing PvP. Yeah, I don't know if I want to try to level up on a PvP server. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many servers they open up. Like, I guess people are assuming they're going to have a PvE server and a PvP server. Was that how Season of Mastery did it? Did Season of Mastery have different server types? I'm not good at PvP either. I'm probably horrible at it. I'll get better at it, you know. A little bit, but I just want to have fun with it. I want to have fun with it. I want to get whatever gear I can get out of it. All right, I have another objective here. Water Elemental Link. Okay. Water Elemental Link. The other problem with leveling up in Wrath is that I've lost all motivation to read the quest in this part of the game. And because I'm not reading the quest, I oftentimes don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, I need a water elemental leak from this guy, and I know that I have to open my quest log and figure out what this wants me to do. But I don't want to. Precious elemental fluids. I did read this one a little bit. We need the precious fluids. Okay, okay. If you combine 3 links from the elementals, a tether will be made, and one of the lords can be summoned. So I need to get items. When I have 3, I use them. It summons another guy. Question mark, profit. I got it. I figured it out. Patrick, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Alex says, I'm pretty sure Rested XP has a guide for Wrath too, Robert. You might want to make sure you got an extra $10 a month on hand, buddy. It seems like you need some help. Yeah, I probably should. For Wrath of the Lich King? Yeah, because like I should be reading the quest, but I just want to get to 80. I have to admit it. I just want to be max level, you know. I have that. That's why I haven't played it. It's stupid, right? Like the reason why I haven't played it is because all I want out of it is for it to be max level. You'd think, well, then play it, stupid. But my wife pointed out the character was not going to hit max level unless I played it. Yeah, she pointed that out to me today. So I said, I really wish my character was just level 80. And she said, I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen if you don't play. If I could level boost any character in Wrath, what would I do? I would do a shaman. We're on Horde side. That's not a question. Yeah, I would make a female orc shaman. Yep, that looked like she'll look like our classic hardcore warrior looked with the ponytail. Yep, ponytail, dark hair, green skin. Yep, and that I would boost a shaman. That way I could heal. On a shaman I wouldn't mind healing, you know. Because I never healed on a shaman before. I never had the opportunity to. So that'd be new for me. I could heal or DPS 2 different ways. So yeah, I'd boost a shaman instantly. If I had $60 that I could just blow, you know, like if the money was not an object that I cared about, then yeah, I would have boosted a shaman. I would have boosted it the day I found out about the boost. Like while we were having our first conversation about the boost, I would have been boosting a character like on stream. Yep. Start the donations. I don't do stuff like that. Yeah, and I can't. I won't. That's just who I am. Like I don't do stuff like that. Like I think a lot of people would. You know what I mean? I'd have like a little graphic, like a little bar that moves from the left to the right, and it would say donations for the shaman boost, and like every time somebody donated, it would move. Like, and I could totally exploit people for money, but I can't, and I don't want to do those things. But part of me knows that I should, because it creates engagement, and it would be a way for me to get what I wanted. But the other part of me says, nah. Let me see. Somebody's asking me for an invite. I'm trying to get him. I think I got him. There we go. Yeah, so that's kind of how I feel about that, and I think you guys know that about me by now. Alright, I guess I should like pull it out to my bar. So, okay, I have 3 of them. Let's summon the Elemental Lord and see what that does. Okay. I'm so confused. I had to collect 3 items, to click the 3 items, to make another item. And now this other item is going to summon a guy. Why couldn't the guy have been summoned when I clicked the first 3 items? Why did it have to create another item? These quests are too complicated for me, chat. I'm a simple person. I need simple quests. So I have to do that 2 more times, if my math is correct, and I think in this case it is. I'll start saving my boost money. I'll save like, you know, $10 a month, and you know, in a few months before Kata comes out, I'll have my shaman. It'll happen at some point. It just unfortunately it just isn't going to happen today, and it like it didn't happen last week. David, you're pushing money into the screen. Am I getting it? It hasn't come through yet. No, I don't see it anywhere. No, try again. I think you have to push hard. I think you have to make a hole in the screen first. No, don't do that. You make a hole in the screen first and then you put the money through the hole. I think that's how it works. I'll make a hole in one of my monitors too, and then the money should come right through. Yep, I think that's how it works. Push harder! I could always do a bikini stream. Fair. That's fair. Yeah, I could. I'm probably in like my last few years where I'd be able to do that. But I could. I'm sure my wife would not mind. I am sure she'd be fine with that. She's always told me I should sell my body. Never happened. Never happened. But yeah, it's got to be safe for work stream though. I don't know if that's safe for work. See, she's got the bikini. Yeah, I don't know if that's happening or not. That'd have to be like a charity thing. I would not be able to do that for my own benefit. No. The only way I could do something like that would have to be for a charity thing. Because that's crazy. Because it's just a little nutty. David says, we could also pay you to not do a bikini stream. Now that, I might be able to get in. I could threaten you with my body instead of it being enticing and getting money out of it, yeah. You could just be threatened by having to look at it accidentally one day coming into the stream. David, thank you so much for the $2 super. No bikini stream, please. That's how I feel right now. Like, I'm fine. I've made it this long in my life, you know. I think I can make it longer without ever doing that, yeah. Why do I keep thinking that my judgment should have a much longer range than it does? In retail, do you have a really like long judgment range? Is it 30 yards? Because I keep trying to hit judgment like I expect it to go off, and it doesn't go off. Obviously. Yeah, it's reserved for OnlyFans. Yeah, exactly. That's where it would belong, right? I don't know if YouTube would be very happy with that kind of stream. Alright, let's click the thing, so we can click the thing, so we can click the other thing, so we can kill the guy. Oh, jeez. In retail, it's 30 yards. Okay, that must be why I have some kind of reflex that makes me think it should be 30 yards when it's not. I bet Cataclysm. Do you think Cataclysm brought it up to 30 yards? Sounds like something that would happen in Cataclysm. ICC raid whenever you guys want to put one together. Yep. Whenever. You guys should not wait for me. When you guys get people, you got 8 people who want to do ICC, pug a couple people and go do it. Make sure when you pug people, they're not gilded. That way you have the opportunity to recruit them if they're awesome. So yeah, we need to do that one more time. Is that what we're doing? One more time. Yeah, at some point we hit 78, and you know, I don't even think I spent my I didn't spend my talent point, so big surprise, I know. That's right, the talents had gotten like really boring, and I wasn't really like digging any of the talents anyway. I took 2 points here for no good reason. I guess I'll increase my chance to dodge, I guess. We'll have to respec anyway, so like right now it doesn't really matter. Unspent talent point and drink, yep, cheers. Coffee is getting to a lukewarm, unsavory temperature. I've been drinking like slowly. I've been trying to cut down like my coffee intake. And all I've really done is I've been trying to drink it more slowly or less often. But now because of that I have like a half a mug of coffee here that is like kind of disgusting. I'm very disappointed in myself. I let it slip right past like perfect guzzling temperature, right into disgusting and unsavory. I realized I never queued back up for another dungeon. I should probably do that. The only bad coffee is no coffee. I mean, I understand the sentiment, yeah. I'm gonna drink this anyway, you know, I'm just not gonna be very happy about it. I'm not gonna be as happy as I could be. You guys want to power level me? I don't know if it would be any faster though. It might be more interesting. Yeah, it'd probably be more interesting. I don't know if it would be any faster. Right now I want speed. And speed is not what I'm getting. But yeah, that being said, if anybody's on and you wanna spam dungeons with me, like feel free. I can invite you to the group because yeah, I think that I don't know if the dungeoning would probably be faster for me because I tend to get really distracted while I'm working on quests. At least in a dungeon, like we keep moving forward, we keep killing guys, we keep getting experience, we keep leveling up. When I'm leveling up in Wrath, I get really distracted and I do not stay on task. And I'm definitely not completing quests like with a lot of efficiency. So yeah, maybe I do belong in back-to-back dungeon runs. Yeah, maybe I do belong in back-to-back dungeon runs. If I invite, do I then have to like drop us out and put us back in? Yeah, I think that's what happens. Let's do that. If anybody else at any point wants in on this, just whisper me, and I'll invite you. Yes, join this party. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be faster. I think for like a normal person playing the game with focus, I think that like questing is probably better. But I think for someone like me who is not reading the quest, doesn't know what he's doing, and is constantly distracted, I think maybe dungeons are better. So we'll see. I should at least like be in the queue at all times. TP, that's awesome, man. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a Wrath, Andy. No, there's nothing wrong with it. Play the version of the game you love while you're loving it. Ross says he'll bring us healer. That'd be cool. That would make the queues go faster. Yeah, that'd be awesome. You can tell I'm used to having other people run my groups for me. Robert, you have to invite him. Oh, okay. I will invite him. Yeah, I'm not used to running my own groups. And then I have to re-queue us. And now we're just looking for tanks. Awesome. Yeah, what I might do is I might start carving out some time in the evenings, at least a couple days a week. And that could be the times when we do the like Heroic plus stuff. Is you know, evening. And evening for me is like 6:30 to like 9:30 my time. 6:30 to 9:30 my time is evening. And I think I need to find a couple of days a week where we can do that. And then for like raiding, like I don't know what would be a good raid day for me. I do know what would be the perfect raid time for me. I just don't know if anyone else would appreciate it. It's like I love to raid on like Saturday mornings, not like super early. Like maybe around like 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning. That would be like, instead of Saturday morning cartoons, it's Saturday morning raid. That would be like the perfect time for me to raid. I would have energy. The worst thing about my guild is we always raided late into the night. And so especially as I got older and as I had like a job that required me to wake up early and spend like physical and mental effort, like staying coherent until the end of the raid night became almost impossible. We would only raid till 11 o'clock my time, but like by like 10 o'clock my time, like I had no brain power left. I remember falling asleep at my keyboard several times while like mid-boss fight, just literally falling asleep sitting at my keyboard. So like I don't really appreciate me a late nighttime raid. I feel like if it were like Saturday morning, I would be so much more energized and have so much more focus, and I would just probably have a lot more fun. That's kind of what I was thinking about. It could be Sunday too. Like it could just like about like a weekend morning. I have 3 of these items. I need to stop fighting these guys and actually use the item. Yeah, I'd like to be able to sit down with my first cup of coffee and then start putting the group together for the raid. That would be like my ideal Saturday morning experience. And then that way we can just go till, you know, we go for like what, 3 hours? Just raid for 3 hours and see what we get done. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. I mean, I'm probably gonna put it out there on Discord and gauge people's interest. Like, I like it on Saturday mornings for 2 reasons. A few reasons. You know, like a lot of people, you know, not everybody, for sure. Like, some people have to work weekends, but like a lot of people do get to have a Saturday off. Also, with it being in the morning my time, that means it's not like incredibly late for anybody in the EU who is playing with us. So like if I do an evening raid my time that kicks off at like 5 or 6 in the evening, that's like wee hours of the morning for anybody playing from the EU. And so that's why like a morning time is appealing for so many reasons. It lets, like, it'll be a normal afternoon evening time for folks in the EU. It'll be a day that like plenty of people do get to have a Saturday morning off, like, and it personally works for me as the time of the day when I'm gonna have like the most energy and probably have the most fun. Yeah, Alex, I would appreciate that. Yeah, we should. And if we take these steps, then it will get me to actually get to max level. It is a great idea. Oh god, we got Nexus. Oh god, what have I done? Oh, we could also do like a sign-up sheet on the calendar, right? Doesn't the calendar have like once we know a day, or like once I'm max level, we could just pick a day and we could say like we can go into something easy, like we can just go into a Nax run, you know, and just take whatever gear we have into a Nax run. See how that goes. Yeah, we're gonna need that for Season of Discovery too. Yeah, so much WoW to play, so little time. So much WoW to play. We're gonna and I think so. Like, I think doing evening streams like at least 2 or 3 times a week is gonna be like absolutely necessary. So how am I gonna play all this WoW otherwise? I probably need to start getting into the habit soon, so that by the time SOD comes out, I'm kind of used to doing a couple evenings where we just get some playing done. You know, whether it's 5-mans and Wrath or whatever. PvP in Season of Discovery we can do. For some reason I thought we were between waves, but no. We're not. You can tell I'm totally focused. I wonder, like, my DPS must be, like, atrocious in some of these runs. I'm actually surprised that I haven't got kicked out of any groups with how, like, absolutely distracted I've been. Yeah, what Alex said. Good so far, good afternoon. Yeah, hardcore server maintenance all day apparently. But it's okay. Here we are. We're playing a version of the game. And we're making plans for future raiding and stuff, so that's good. TP, do I enjoy streaming more than the old formatted video uploads? They're very different. I do enjoy streaming more because I actually get to interact with you guys, which is obviously like a lot more engaging than, you know, doing pre-recorded stuff. But the pre-recorded stuff is super chill, and I really enjoy that as well, just because, you know, it's really relaxing for me, especially now that I feel compelled to talk less, you know, in the recorded stuff. I don't have to talk as much, rather, because I'm not trying to like talk about the things we talk about on the streams. Like, I can do all my talking on the streams, and when I do recorded stuff, it can be like much more chill. But as far as like what is more fun, like in the moment fun, it's more enjoyable to stream. Yep, it's more enjoyable to do it live. And to be able to actually, because, you know, YouTube comments, you don't really get to interact with a YouTube comment. Somebody leaves you a really good YouTube comment, you know, that's great, but you don't really get to interact. You don't get to have like conversations the same way about stuff. And I think the immersive stuff will always exist, you know. I don't think that's something that I'll ever stop doing. But obviously now I do tend to focus my time more on the streams. For Season of Discovery, I'm gonna do a Horde side recorded immersive series, and I'm gonna turn on the AI voice add-on because people often ask me to have that on in some of the immersive stuff. So yeah, Season of Discovery, we're gonna do Horde side recorded immersive with the voice acting. And that should be really good. I think having the voice acting turned on will like really make those more immersive and enjoyable for people. Alex, thank you for that, and thank you for all the work that you do on the Discord, man. It's awesome. I really appreciate it. I don't say thank you enough, but I really appreciate it. When I think about all the dragons we've killed in the game, I wonder, like, why do any of the dragonflights like our character in the game? Yeah, like, a lot of them needed to be killed, but the fact of the matter is we're still killing the blue dragonflight here. We've killed so many dragons. Ryan, we use Discord these days. Yeah, we use the voice channels in Discord these days. Yep, I used to have Ventrilo, we used Mumble, and there was one other, I thought. It wasn't TeamSpeak. Ventrilo, Mumble... Oh god. Even in Wrath of the Lich King, my inventory is full. What have I done? I don't need the conjured mana treats. Yeah, full inventory, oh man. Here, I'll do this. Yeah, this is the problem. I can't do that now. Okay, good. I have smaller bags on that I need to have for the... I had them on for Halloween. You know, for a little bit of flavor. There we go, that'll help out a little bit. I had one more. The problem is, did I sell it? I hope I didn't sell it. Maybe I put it in the bank. Somebody is being removed. Oh god, our tank is not here. We don't have a tank. We don't have a tank. We kind of need a tank. A tank is kind of like an important thing to have against the boss, you know. Our tank was all done. He said he would not do it anymore, and he quit. But look, just like that, with the miracle of the modern looking for dungeon, we have a new tank. We had no tank, and then moments later we had tank. So that's good. Thanks, Amy. There are wait, the electrical things. They're pushing a button to cause like the electrical blast. Is that what was going on? Shane's like, it's me. I'm people. I remember like those were a strat for like heroic, right? You had to do it on heroic. Oligars, hello. Jess, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, guys. Incessant torch. It's binds when equipped. Okay. It probably doesn't sell for that much anyway. When did they put the blue eyes into Wrath of the Lich King for the Blood Elves? I just noticed it really threw me off. This DK. Oh, it's the DK eyes. Okay, it's not the blue high elf eyes, right? It's the DK specific eyes. Is that why her eyes are blue? It just really threw me off. I saw the character portrait with the blue eyes, and I was like, wait. What version of the game am I playing? What's happening? She's got Death Knight eyes. Okay, I got like really worried. Like, wait, why are my eyes not blue? What's going on? Why am I not a high elf? If I want to be a high elf, I have to be a Death Knight. Got it. That makes sense.
A valiant defense, but this city must be razed. I will fulfill Malagos's wishes myself. We finish this now, champions of the Kingdom Tower.
Looks like that's a 6% upgrade, according to our add-on. There we go. And that's it, right? We can leave. If we leave the instance group, we're still going to be grouped up together in our group, right? Yes, maybe, potentially. Yes. Okay, cool. In the meantime, I am not done here yet. We're close. I did the run with no blessings. That's how we roll. Only wimps need blessings. You're not going to get blessed in the raid either. I'm not even going to put one on now. We don't need it. Yeah, the blessing is having a paladin there at all, okay? The blessing is my presence, thank you. If you want more than that, I'm gonna need gold. Some gold, please. You think those you think these items, like, they're just free, you know? No, we have to pay for these, okay? You want a greater blessing, you're gonna have to pay for it. And I don't do lesser blessings, so, you know, your options are very limited. Rage Mains Flipper. I think I tried to solo that one and he thoroughly kicked my butt. So we're not doing that. And not only am I not blessing, but like half the time I'm reading chat and not paying attention to my buttons at all. So, like, I don't even know like what we did there. Let's see. Yeah, we were looking pretty low. Yeah, pretty low on the overall damage done. So, you know, Obviously, you know, if we had blessed ourselves, we probably would have done twice the DPS.
What can I do for you? Safe travels.
How you doing?
Yeah, Ra, if you want to, man, come kill this. I think it's some kind of whale. I don't know what it is.
See ya
I know it killed me last time I tried. This is an 11% upgrade for me. I'll take it.
later.
It's kind of hard to believe, but that's what the add-on says. So yeah, trust in the add-on, I guess.
Okie dokie.
I should probably vendor. Don't you guys think that I should vendor? I should probably vendor. If I can find one.
Hey there.
Wow, that was a lot of junk. We could do amphitheater. Yeah, we should do amphitheater. We should do this one first, though. Where are we?
See you around.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. We'll take care of the name guy after. If the tank is here. Okay, the tank is here. Okay, cool. I'll bless now. Okay. There we go. Everybody gets a blessing. It's okay. You can have wisdom. I guess that's fine. Yeah, I mean, Lael, you know, $60 you could have an elemental Shami right now. And while you're out shopping for Shamis, why don't you pick me one up too? So I'd love to have any kind of Shami. If I had the $60, it'd already be a thing. I'm dead. Very, very dead. I must have did something really bad. Let's get that going. I did something really bad. I don't even know what it was. You know, I probably stood in something or I pulled aggro off the tank. But it was not proper DPS behavior. I almost like since they offered the boost, like I almost can't bring myself to level any other characters up the old-fashioned way. Like ever since they just straight up sold the level 80 boost, I'm like, well, if I want another class at endgame, like I have to buy it because buying it is now an option. And like, you know, I kind of value my time. I do value my time. Like I've leveled up a lot of characters in Wrath. They didn't all make it. But I feel like when your goal is like just to do endgame stuff, like it kind of invalidates leveling, and then when they offer a boost, that like totally invalidates leveling, and then you know, you just want to have your character at endgame. It just becomes a matter of raising the funds. I've had to like kind of accept about myself that like I no longer see Wrath as like the big journey. Like Wrath is now my endgame content. Like, and so, you know, it has made me not care about the leveling process at all. Like, I've had to accept that Wrath has now become my endgame content, especially with the Season of Discovery and knowing that like I'm always going to be able to have that journey in Classic era. Like, it was like, okay, cool, now Wrath does not have to be about that at all. Now Wrath can be about endgame. Oh, but wait, silly, you have to get a character to endgame. Like, obviously. Oh god, are we gonna pull this right away? I don't know if like I don't know if we should pull this. I don't think we should. Okay, I think he pulled it. Yeah, I have this feeling. I have this feeling he pulled it. Shane, you bought a boost? My man. There you go. Yeah, that's the way to do it right now. I mean, if you have the buddy, like that's the way to do it, because you know by offering the boost, they've kind of said like that's invalidating, you know, the journey. They've already offered the JJ buff, so the JJ buff's been out for a while. Like, yeah, at this point, if you want to play Wrath, you probably want to play endgame, because if you want to do a journey, then you should go play Classic era and have your journey there, where the journey is like what matters. This just like so the part of this is that like, you know, he heals. And so like typically what you do is you let him deal with these guys and he deals with them. And after he's done dealing with them and he's no longer healing himself to full, then he comes out and you fight him. And so the problem with pulling him early, it's not like, you know, if you're not a good tank, like it's not anything about that. It's like you can't pull him early because he keeps healing. Like, you know, thankfully Ra's healing us and like we're gonna live. But like ideally you don't just want to pull him with all the little ads. You want to let him munch on the ads for a little bit. Because yeah, as you can see, he just keeps coming back up to full HP, so, you know, good times. When you boost, you get normal flying, 187 level gear, a ground and flying mount, bags, and 500 gold? They give you 500 gold? Oh my god. Whether you wanted to or not, you now bought gold. I bet when you bought that boost, you didn't know you were buying in-game currency. But you have now purchased in-game currency. Now, to be fair, like that's nice of them, because 500 gold is a little bit. You know, it's not a crap ton. But this character only has 3,600, so yeah, like it's not bad. 500 gold is not bad. I think that was the longest fight with that boss that I've ever had in my life. He doesn't have to stay alive that long, but he did, so good for him. Oh wait, do they level your professions too, Shane? They're like back in the day, if a character was above a certain level when you boosted it, they offered the professions to get boosted too, but the character had to be like level 30 or something like that. Does anybody else remember that? From like the old school character boost, like around the time it first came out, like they would boost your professions too, but only if you leveled the character yourself to like level 20 or level 30 or something like that. If it was a level 1 and you boosted a character, they were not going to give you professions. So it always behooved you, even when you had a boost, it behooved you to play that character a while, you know, get it to level 20 or 30, then boost it and get your professions boosted up too. You can buy kits from other players that are all the mats needed to get full. What? I don't even understand. I don't understand. You can buy kits from other players that are all the mats needed to get to level your professions fully up. I need to like look at an example of this. The kits are expensive, 5,000 gold. Ooh. I'm obviously going to be buying one of those. 2 of them, I guess. So I need about 10,000 gold, is what you're saying. If I want full professions, now what level does that get me to? Does that get me into Northrend professions? Like how far does that get me?
Eternal agony awaits you.
All the mats from level 1 to 400. Okay, so it gets you to 400. We got locked out. Oh man. Okay, I guess I get to sit this one out, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Distracted at the wrong time. I got locked out by a split second. I was too distracted talking about max professions and pay to win, you know. It gets you fully I'm locked out. Yeah, I'm totes locked out. Oh, I can deal with this guy. Oh, I can't deal with that guy. Maybe I can get the next ad before he goes into the event. Well, it's a good reason to sit out of the most boring fight in the game, and enjoy some fresh coffee that my wife brought me. So I'm gonna do that. So I need 10,000 gold, and then I need 10,000 gold, and I need 60 bucks. Is it 60 bucks or 80 bucks for the boost? So I need money and gold. But with the boost you get 500 gold, so it's not a lot, but it's a little bit ways. It's a little ways towards your professions. This sounds, as Shane says, sounds like you need a couple WoW tokens. Alright, so 80, 90, 100, 120, 70, it's 79.99. Is that USD? It is 60 USD. Okay. Yeah, that's expensive, but it's basically like it's a box price of like a brand new game, like close to. It's expensive, but I mean, I don't know if you have the money, it's probably worth it. If I had the money, I'd spend it right now. And you have to and you buy these kits on the auction house, right? I damaged those guys.
Fool with my bravery. Feast on their flesh.
How much is a WoW token going for these days? About 15 bucks. Like is it set at a certain amount USD? So I need 2 WoW tokens and a boost. What am I looking at for 2 WoW tokens and a boost? How much money would you have to flush down the toilet? You buy them from the black market. What's the black market? I don't understand. You pulling my leg? It sounds made up. WoW token is 20, 40. So I need about 100 bucks. No, I have gold. You know, like I have a little bit of gold. I could probably save up the gold for the professions on my own. But I do need a boost. That part's real. I do need to boost a shaman, so I can have a shaman. I feel slightly bad that I did not participate in the fight. Slightly bad. It is my least favorite fight in the entire game, so I don't feel like super bad about it. Apparently I've been getting quite a bit of gold while leveling up. just by selling stuff. All right, let's go kill this named guy. Lael, I did not. Let's see. Well, we'll check it out in a second here. Oh yeah, you're not selling any of your greens and blues. Oh yeah, that is why you're broke. Absolutely. Yeah, if you're disenchanting everything, that's why you're broke. Man, that's rough. Oh, you think around the holidays, Lael, that stuff will be a lot cheaper? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's holiday sale time now, right? Like, basically. Doesn't holiday shopping start, like, the day after Halloween now? Maybe they'll do, like, a big, like a Black Friday sale? Cyber Monday? This guy is very beefy. He's got a lot of HP. I think I might have to take a quick break for lunch. I have a bunch of delicious food. I got eggs, bacon, hash brown, sausage, and I really want to eat it. And I really want to eat it while it's like relatively fresh. So I saw we pop. Let's pop out of the queue for a minute. Oh, we are out of the queue, right? Are we out of the queue? Yeah, we're not in the queue. I think I'm gonna take a few minutes here. What time are we at? 2 o'clock? Yeah, I'm gonna take a few minutes here and eat this. Let me get somewhere relatively safe. And by relatively safe, I mean I'm gonna fly straight up into the air. And we'll have a nice little view of the zone. And then I'm gonna take, I'll take like 10 minutes. I'm gonna take 10 minutes. I'm gonna stretch my legs and get some water. I would advise you guys to hydrate. Be back around, I guess that would be 2:05 my time. There we go. I am going to pin that up here. I will zoom us out. I will take away the UI, and I will see you guys on the flip side. There we go. Now we're back. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's go back into the queue if everybody is here. And I realize we also have a headpiece that is on the verge of breaking. I probably need to find an anvil somewhere pretty soon. Let's head back this way. Raz AFK. Alright, no problem.
Get her back.
Alright, we are looking for mushrooms. 10 muddlecap fungus. Sounds like mushrooms. You guys want to do amphitheater? Yeah, I guess we could. Where is the amphitheater? Oh, it's right here. Amphitheater of Anguish. Alright.
Hey, how you doing? Be good. Have a good one.
The pinned comment, thank you. Ordinary Badger, if you are a brand new player to WoW, I would say just go with Classic Era. Yeah, don't go on a hardcore server. Not until you've got some experience under your belt. Yeah, like play Classic, but yeah, choose a non-hardcore server. Definitely. So in hardcore, you're gonna have one life, and if you're new to the game, you want to get some traction in the game before you try anything like that. I'm looking for a staircase. Like, I don't need a staircase. Not necessary.
What you want? Leader. What up? Keep it real. Be good. Keep it real.
Yeah, I'm actually holding threat. That's actually surprising. Yeah, looking at the number difference, I'm actually surprised I'm holding threat. I don't know why. I don't have Righteous Fury on or anything. It's kind of weird. Yeah, we'll finish this guy and then we'll jump in. I'm not gonna press the button until this guy's dead though. There we go. I'm gonna hold off on taking the next one. Oh boy. The Culling of Stratholme. A joyous day it is indeed. We get to do the Culling of Stratholme, the most interesting dungeon in the entire game. Yep. I thought, yeah. I don't know what I thought. I didn't think we'd get COT. Yeah. David, you like this one? Yeah. I mean, it's fine, I guess. It has a lot of roleplay in it, you know? It's like, it's kind of made artificially long. Where did we go? Where did we go? Oh god. Don't leave me. It's kind of made artificially long by some of the roleplay. That's all. Yeah, it just takes a long time, I feel like, to get through the run. Yeah, apparently I have quest here, but I mean, like, do we have to do the quest to progress the run? Is that how it works? Yeah, it's a cool scenario. Like, I like the idea of the scenario, but as like a dungeon, like as moment-to-moment gameplay, I don't really care for it. But hey, we're getting XP, so XP is good. I can't complain about XP. Oh, that's right, we're a human. Yeah, I forgot that it turns us into a human. So there we are, there's human us. We can skip it now that we're doing the quest? Oh, okay. So next time we won't have to do all of it. Or just that first part. Yeah, I guess this is the character's first time in here. I didn't realize that because I've run this so many times on the human pally that I kind of forgot this is my first time in here on this character. Yeah, isn't there like a golden drake, right? You get the golden drake from here. Or is that only on heroic? Maybe that only happens on heroic. Wrath feels so easy or too easy. Yeah, like it's really easy. This content is really easy. This content's not meant to be hard though. That's kind of the thing. Is like, yeah, this content is easy. Leveling up is really easy, but that's not the content that's supposed to be hard. So for hard content, you're looking at the you know, the gamma rune dungeons, heroic plus dungeons, and you're looking at raids. But yes, the rest of the solo content and the lower level 5-man runs, it's all easy. Yeah, it's not meant to be hard at all. Yeah. If you want challenge, you go do like the gamma runs. You do raiding, but yeah, there's not a lot of challenge in leveling up, or in even like the early 5-man content. Alex, the same thing happened to me. Yeah, like I got it on my human pally, and I was never able to ride it because I could never afford artisan riding. I didn't have the gold for it, you know. I never got the gold. You know, I might be able to get it on this character. Well, our artisan riding is 5,000 gold, isn't it? See, it's like, do I buy artisan riding or so I can ride around on cool mounts, or do I buy a profession kit and boost one of my professions all the way up? Like, it's, you know, I don't know what to do. I guess the answer is buy a couple WoW tokens, you know. That's the easy answer. Leo, you're saying that the gamma runs have better mechanics than the alphas and the betas? That's good to hear. Yeah, I'm looking forward to at least checking it out. I'm hoping it will be much more fun, obviously, like in a guild run than it was pugging it. 'Cause pugging those as a healer was not very great. It was not very great. It was cool to see like the difficulty increase, but like ultimately, like it was not great to pug those as a healer. Yeah, he probably does, but you just stand in it. At this point, you just stand in it. Let's see. Nope. And nope. The music here has what I like to call Stormwind Syndrome, whereby sometimes the music here is really quiet and other times the music here gets really, really loud. So I'm trying to keep it like leveled. So sorry if it gets really loud and like blows anybody's eardrums out. It's doing the whole Stormwind thing. Like right now it's kind of chill, but in a minute it's gonna be like super high-paced action, loud, loud, loud. Yeah, no, it cranked out there for a minute. There was an action sequence and it cranked out. Right now it's really fine. It's really chill right now. Like this part right here, like this part of the dungeon where you have to run around to the like the guys that spawn. This is kind of the it's a time-consuming part. It's also kind of boring. Yeah. It's like you're killing trash, but you kind of have to like wait on the trash to spawn, and then you have to go find the trash, as opposed to just like clearing the trash. You have to like go find the trash to kill. You're like a trash collector. You're a Stratholme trash collector. You go, you know, around the block, pick up the next trash, run back through the neighborhood, pick up the other trash. In the meantime, you're killing trash on the way to the trash. Yeah, it's a lot of trash. And like it's called trash for a reason, and the reason is not like because it's really like great, fun, exciting gameplay.
You are too late, champion of Lordaeron.
We are too late.
The dead shall have their day.
Who the hell is this guy? Was this guy in Warcraft 3? Salram, the Flesh Crafter? I don't remember this guy. He does a corpse explosion? Oh god. Yep, the add-on says big upgrade, so we're taking it. Am I in combat? I'm in combat. Of course I'm in combat. You're in combat basically the whole time you're in here, so no, I can't equip this right now.
Follow me. I know the way through.
Maybe we'll pop out of combat in here. Nope. Doesn't look like it. I'd love to be able to equip my upgrade, but we can't.
I'm glad I could get to you before the plague. One less obstacle to deal with. What is this sorcery?
Yeah, I probably won't actually notice many of the boss effects until we're doing it on like a much harder difficulty. Because it seems like on normal especially people just stand and stuff. But yeah, I'm sure like on a gamma run, boss mechanics will probably get you killed.
Sorcery. Be ready for anything.
We did it! We got out of combat for 5 seconds.
Let's move on. Watch your backs. They have us surrounded in this hole. Janice is not making this easy.
Is the warrior wearing Shoulders of Valor? The warrior is wearing that look. Yeah, that's the heirloom gear. He's wearing the heirloom shoulders, which happen to look like that.
What else can he put in my way?
Prince Arthur's Minute. On this day, a powerful darkness has taken hold of your souls. The death you are destined to visit upon others will be...
Yeah, maybe one day I'll have heirlooms. But you know what? I mean, you can just buy a boost. Why farm up heirlooms and level the character when you can just buy a boost? Oh, now that we're halfway through the run, I'm sure everybody really wants some buffs. So no, and that's all the buffs I can do. We have no mana.
The quickest path to Mal'Ganis lies behind that bookshelf ahead.
There we go.
This will only take a moment. I'm relieved this secret passage still works. Let's move through here as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Mike, we might as well round out at like 100, right? So like buy the boost, buy a couple tokens, get up to that $100 mark, I think. I think that's the goal. Blizzard would really appreciate it if everyone's goal was to go spend $100. Yeah, just a character boost and a couple of tokens. It'll start you off in a really good spot. You take the token gold and you go max out your professions. You know, they used to max out your professions as part of the boost back in the day. Like, if you were boosting a character that was like level 20 or 30, they would offer to boost your professions as well. So, like, you know, you used to be able to get that as part of the boost. I'm glad Arthas is telling us to rest a moment to clear our minds while, like, the literal city is burning down around it. Rest a moment. In the burning death trap you're now in. Surrounded by the walking dead, who are now on fire, by the way, which pisses them off. But rest a while. Stay a while and listen. It's bad advice. If anybody ever tells you to rest a while you're trying to get through, like, a burning city, don't listen to them. Just keep moving. Don't rest a while. Not when you're surrounded by burning buildings. And walking dead. I don't know what they're looking for over here. I think they're thinking that, like, they're on heroic. Yeah, like, we only do that if we're doing the timer for the Drake. I'm pretty sure. There was no timer because we're not even on heroic. Yeah, there's no, you're right, there's no mount boss, exactly. We're not on a heroic run.
We're going to finish this right now, Mal'Ganis. Just you and me. I'll hunt you to the ends of the earth if I have to. Do you hear me? To the ends of the earth!
We're waiting for the quest to complete.
You performed well this day. Anything that Mal'Ganis has left behind is yours. Take it as your reward. We must now begin plans for an expedition to Northrend.
Should be good now.
A small sacrifice for the greater good. May the light have mercy, for I will not. Lordaeron will be saved. I will not allow this plague to spread. May the light have mercy, for I...
There should be another item in the chest. I don't think so. I looted everything out of it. This guy is in the ground. I'm sure he's fine. Yeah. Oh, it's Chromie. There we go. 9%. I guess I'll take that. Awesome. Yeah, lots of experience in here. Lots of XP.
Time is money, friend. Have a good one.
Why do the 24 people here sound like a entire theater full of people? There's like 20 people watching, and it sounds like the stadium is like packed to the gills. But there's really nobody here.
Yo, be good. Have a good one.
This guy is rude. Very, very rude. I also have no mana, and mana would be nice to have so I can actually cast my seal. Let's go with Seal of Corruption. Single target. There we go. Thank you guys, I appreciate the help. That is awesome. Was that the last one? It felt like it was. Yeah, there we go. Wow, that's quite a bit better. Okay, so we can do a pole arm or we can do the axe. I'm pretty sure we're going with the axe. 4% to ret, 8% to ret. Yeah, we'll go with the axe. The deraged war axe.
Be seeing you.
Alright, let's try to finish looking for these mushrooms. We're pretty close to leveling. I don't know how many more quests it would take. We're just a bubble and a little bit more shy. Yeah, Bella and Ra, I don't think I have time for any more 5-man, so I am going to drop from the group. I appreciate you guys hanging out and doing some runs with me. And obviously I appreciate the help with the Circle of Blood, the Ring of Blood Part 2. Very awesome. Thank you guys. Yeah, I have about 15 minutes of game time left, so I don't want to get into any more 5-mans, because I will not have time to finish. Yeah, we're getting there. At this point, probably like, you know, 5 more hours of gameplay. It sounds like a lot, you know. 5 more hours of gameplay, we probably will hit 80. It could be 4 hours. It really depends on where we decide to go. Maybe if we go into Storm Peaks, I'm hoping we can at least get like the last level out of Storm Peaks. I don't really like. I like the way Zuldrak looks. I just haven't really connected with any of the questing. Like the questing has all felt kind of weird to me. So maybe we'll go to Storm Peaks next time, and maybe that'll be a little bit better.
What's on your mind?
This guy wants us to bring him 20 pieces of dead thornwood. Okay. I haven't seen any pieces. Oh, here we go. They're not pieces. They are like little weeds growing out of the ground. Some of them almost entirely submerged by water. Camping King, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Eric, have a good rest of your day, man. Thanks for being here and hanging out today. We'll see you next time. Bagnon. Yeah. Classic happened. That's how it's possible. Classic happened. It turns out people wanted it after all. Alright, we are done with this one. What else do we have going on? We have to investigate up this way. Let's get some of these turned in. I feel like we might be close to leveling here. I want to see if we're actually close or if we're just close. TP, have a good one, man. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we'll see you next time.
How are you? You good?
Hi, how are you? Very well then.
Relax. See ya later. Be seeing ya.
A lot of Questie problems today. Maybe there's an update that I don't have. There it is, right there, right in front of me. Let's put that down here, and then I'm probably going to need this one also out on the bar at some point or another. There we go. It says we need to free it with a Zuldrak rat. What is a Zuldrak rat? I am gonna have to read this quest, aren't I? Because I have no idea what it wants me to do. And neither of these items are a Zuldrak rat. Gluttonous lurkers. Deliver 5 basilisk crystals. Okay. Grab a Zuldrak rat. Throw them at the basilisk. So, okay, I see it. There's rats, like, running around. I literally have to find them, chase them, and grab them. And then I have a Zuldrak rat. And then I'm going to need my Zuldrak rat out on my hotbar somewhere. Perfect. Did we do the Amphitheater of Anguish? We just did it, Big Brent. Yeah, you just missed it by like a couple minutes. We just finished it up. Yeah, we got the axe. Bogdan, is the game still enjoyable with only the standard subscription and the extra spending of real money? Yeah, I think it depends on the person, right? So, like, yeah, I think the game is enjoyable. I think a lot of people here do, but it's going to be different for everybody. The cool thing now is with your subscription, you get access to many different versions of the game. You know, with your sub, you can play Wrath of the Lich King, you can play Classic Era Classic, you can play Hardcore Classic, and pretty soon you'll be able to play Season of Discovery, so... I mean, if you are a WoW fan, or you have been in the past, right now you get a lot of bang for your sub. You get access to lots of different versions of the game. I have no idea what's going on right here. Oh, it's marking where we have to feed them. Okay, I see. Multi-stage quests. I was kind of hoping it would just be like a standard kill quest, but there really haven't been many of those. Yeah, it's a good time to get back into the game. Absolutely. As far as like extra spending, I mean, like, you know, there's not really much of a cash shop in retail. However, you can buy a WoW token if you want. WoW token's definitely a thing. But yeah, I mean, all that stuff is completely optional. The only money you have to spend is your sub. Whether you choose to buy a WoW token, I mean, it's a personal choice. Big Brent, I appreciate that. It was a funny way to go though, wasn't it? It was a way that a person would just, you know, accidentally die in real life, you know? Sometimes you just fall off a boat and there's nobody there to help you. So it was kind of funny. Obviously a really unfortunate way to die, but like a hyper-realistic way to die. I don't even know what this quest wants me to do. This is the problem. Captain Grondel. Oh, I see him. Yeah, he's here. He's hanging out. He seems fine. I don't think I need to do anything with him right now. What I need to do is I need to find more rats. That's what I should really be doing. Let's go turn our other quest. I'd like to get everything turned in for today and just see where we're at. Because I think like maybe my future lies in the Storm Peaks. I'm not really digging Soldrak very much. We have a lot of crap to do here, but I'm just like I'm not really digging Soldrak. So I think our next place for questing is probably going to be up in the peaks. Yeah, I think for next time I want like a visual change. I need different music. I need some different quests. I'm kind of hoping for some things that are a little bit more straightforward. So I think that will be what we'll do next time. Let's go turn this one in. We might ding. We're really close to level. We might get there. It's going to be like very close. If I could find the dungeon quest, if I can find where the NPCs are for the dungeon quest, then we would definitely get it. This one on its own, it may or may not get us there. Let's see it. We have to pick something. I'm not going to want any of this. I don't want to be on fire either. Okay. We got it. Hey, there we go. I'll take it. I will take it. That's level 79. We have one more level to go on the Paladin. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get there today. I have a hard stop coming up at 3 o'clock, so I'm going to put us back in Dalaran. And soon, we'll do another stream soon, and we'll get to max level. I know a lot of you guys in the guild, you want to do the raiding and the Heroic Plus, and I would be down for that. So we'll do another stream very soon, and we'll finish up the leveling journey. And then it'll be, we'll pick a couple days. I want to do like evening streams, and maybe like on the weekend. Maybe like a couple of evening streams, and maybe on like a Saturday, we can work on doing like Heroic Plus while we figure out like who wants to raid and when that's going to happen. But I am thinking Saturday mornings for raid times, and we'll kind of go from there. Thank you guys for being here today. I really do appreciate it. As always, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.